Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Today, well, we're going to start off in downtown Paphos, and we're going to take you up to the Old Town. Often I say, look, please, when you come to Paphos, we know it's all about the promenade, the harbour area, the sea, the sun, the food, and a little bit of alcohol, and maybe you might nip over to Bar Street, but you are missing some of the charm and some of the beauty of the Old Town. And you might want to know where it is. So I figured that today, it's too hot to drive, Dawn, Sean, you know, it's 21.5 degrees. So it's too hot for me to walk. So, and I'm a bit lazy. So I'm going to drive, but I'm going to take you with me on the route that you probably would walk from the downtown Paphos harbour area, and it's straight. It's very, very simple. And in the height of summer, if you're here in August, let's say, I would take a hat and a bottle of water, and it's probably going to take you around about 30 minutes because you're going to stop now and again because it's quite hot. I remember Justine and Andy did it in the peak of summer. Yes, they did, and they said it took about 20 minutes. So, you know, there you go. They're pretty fit, by the way. They like to go on a good hike, that's for sure. But most people will do it quite relaxed and quite easily in around 25 to 30 minutes. And then coming back, much, much easier because you can roll down half of the hill. And then, you know, when you get back to the promenade, you can chuck yourself in the sea or pop into the Jim Alamo and get a drink. Or even sell at the castle and get one of those Nigel big guns. So, give you an update. She's still, even though Marika's not with me, she's still stealing my English, by the way, to give you an update on what's going on. The funeral has all gone well. Everything's been, you know, hunky-dory, as they say, or as hunky-dory as it can be. And now the grieving process is, what's the word? It's starting, shall we say. We will never ever forget Edward, and we will never ever be able to replace those thoughts and those feelings in our hearts. In particular, obviously, Marika has lost her father. Her mother, Hope, has lost her husband. So it's going to take a long, long time for things to settle down in their emotions and in their hearts. For the rest of us, well, we wish him well, and it was great to have known him, and now life must go on. We have to continue, and that's what he would want, and he would want to wish the world a very, very happy new year, because he was that kind of man. He would not want people to be crying for too long over his passing. I'm a similar guy. As I always say to Marika, when my day comes, put me by the side of the road and I'll be fine. I'm sure the vultures will have a bit of a feast, but don't worry. And I would want you to carry on with your life and just cross out the me bit on the channel and replace it with, I don't know, number 2. Anyway, right, so let's get on with it. Without further ado, let's go from I think we'll start off halfway up this road from the harbour to the Mall. People are familiar with the Mall roundabout, so that's where we're actually going to kick off. So let's get on with it. Here we go. If you're wondering where I'm parked up in the little car park that is to the rear of the Paphos Skywalk. We're going to join this main road now, and again, if you're following the channel, you will be familiar with where we are. This is the road from the harbour up under the Skywalk. That's the structure there just beyond the trees, and of course that means that silver building is the Paphos Mall. So you can come up from the harbour and pop into the Mall, have a bit of a mosey on down in there. Andrea, Mart, you can go in and buy something for Andrea's birthday that's just passed when you arrive, and then you can come back out and you can go straight up the road, and it is literally straight with a slight wiggle, and then you're in the Old Town. So stick with us and I'll give you one or two little focal points along the way. And I say to walk it, I would say realistically 30 minutes, that's what I would say, and about 25 minutes on the way back, because you'll understand some of it is coming down the hill. So slower going, faster coming back. But isn't that always the way when you're going home, shall we say, or when you get to familiar surroundings? So Paphos Mall's on our left, Begonia Garden Centre is on our right. This over here now is a Pret a Shops, and that's a fantastic pizza restaurant there, right on the left. And on most weekends it's packed. In the summer it's packed. And then over there on the right hand side is the Sun Tower, like a DIY furniture, outdoor, indoor furniture place. You've got a kebab shop there, you've got a kiosk, you've got Cosmic World Centre, bowling centre again, and then there's a big red and blue sign up there which says in Greek Alpha Mega. That's the downtown Alpha Mega supermarket. So if you're trying to remember these things as you're walking along, you can know where you are. Here is the Belladonna takeaway on our left hand side. Very, very popular takeaway indeed, been there for years. And then you've got a couple of upmarket shops either side of us selling ladies and men's clothes. And then you've got the Natalia Cafe kiosk just over there on the left hand side. That's run by two twin sisters and they still are working in there. I popped in the other day. I met them many, many years ago. There's a pharmacy if you want a paracetamol on the way. Got a bit of gold you might want to sell, you can pop into there. And if you want some fast food takeaway, there's the Papa Antonio Bakery. Electroline, its name suggests what it is. It's an electrical shop. Zorbus Bakery on the right hand side. You want to pop in and get a pair of OJO sunglasses just over there. And then you've got traffic lights. And at these traffic lights, again on the corner over there, you've got a coffee shop. And on the other side you've got a light shop. And now slowly we are starting our ascent. We're going uphill. Now forgive me, that used to be a light shop, but now it's turning itself into an interior shop which still sells lights. Anyway, there we go, new company obviously. So as we start to climb, you've got various shops on both sides of us. Got a new apartment complex going up over there. You've got Gadget Corner if you want something for your mobile phone, some little gizmo. That's that shop over there on the right hand side. And there's a Paphos Cyprus if you need some money before you get into the old town. And then there's a bit of big digging going on at this road, as you can see. But you don't want to go up that way anyway. So you want to follow the road round to the left. And now technically we are into the old town of Paphos. So you've got George's Optician on the left hand side there. You've got various other shops and bits and bobs. You've got the Agipor Hotel, if that's how you pronounce it, I don't know. But there it is on the left hand side, and lots of shops. You've got Flame Flowers, that's quite an unusual looking shop. And then as we proceed up here, empty shops and full shops. And you've got the former Mother Care shop, and then just over here you've got the Uptown Marks and Spencers, which mainly is a food outlet, although as I was corrected, it does sell clothes that are on offer and it does have a home section as well. But most people go there to get chocolates and crisps and bits and bobs that they miss from back home. Just on our left hand side now you've got the Hellenic Bank. Now I understand that you'll be a little bit tired by the time you get here, so what better place to relax and chill out than at this place on the left hand side, because that is Cafe Nero. Have a look at that. It's a work of art. One of the nicest coffee shops in the world, with a spectacular view out down across to the blue Mediterranean Sea. Now, well, we're in the old town, so once you've refreshed yourself, you come out of there, and of course you can wiggle and waggle whichever way you want to go, because you are in the old town. I mean, to be honest, I would just go straight up there past this big tree and get yourself right into the centre of it. And there's gift shops galore, tablecloths and all sorts of things that you can buy for your loved ones and your friends and your family. And then when you're finished having a wiggle and waggle in there, to my right hand side now you've got quite a few restaurants and cafes, and they've all got a spectacular view straight down towards the blue Mediterranean Sea. So set off at around about 9:30 after your breakfast, work off your breakfast, stop for a coffee at Cafe Nero, have a wiggle and a waggle around the old town, buy this, buy that. 1 o'clock, pop into one of these restaurants, get your lunch, digest the views, and then roll back down the hill. And you'll be back in time for tea, shall we say, at your luxury all-inclusive hotel. So we'll continue around here and we'll go to the very back of the old town and then wiggle back into the one-way system and take you back down towards the Paphos harbour. And if you're wondering what time of year it is, by the way, I forgot to mention that at the start, because of course a lot of people know what time of the year it is. It is very early in January 2023. And the weather, wow, beaming down. 21.5 degrees, Dawn. Sean, if you're curious to know what it is, I think it's been a little bit cooler from when I first started the drive. But don't worry, I'm sitting in 16 degrees of pure chilled luxury, and my bottom is on a very, very comfortable seat. And if it gets cold, I can heat it up as well. So we're going to take a right just up here and wiggle through the old town. Massive car park there, but I have trouble parking in it because you need to get this thing called a smart app, and you have to pay for the car parking via the app. Why they've made it more complicated, I don't know. That's the whinge over. So remember, in Cyprus some of the shops close at lunchtime, by the way. That's why I say come up early and then sit down for lunch about 1 o'clock and then bugger off, because a lot of them don't open up afterwards. There you go. You'll get used to it after a while. It's UK in its olden times, shall we say. We still have half days in Cyprus, and in fact in most days in Cyprus most shops don't even bother to open. So there you go. Any excuse for a holiday. The Cypriots, sorry, love it. You mention Ramadan, ooh, we'll close. Any Christian holiday, ooh, we'll close. Any holiday you can think of, they like to close down. They like to celebrate their holiday. Get the flip-flops on, get a frappe, get a bit of ice cream, get some souvlaki going, and get down to the beach. And hey, what's wrong with that? That's what I say. I'm guilty of all of that. I like to do as little as possible and chill out as much as I can. There we go. And of course, I understand most of the people watching see Cyprus as a place to just chill and relax and have a good wind down from their busy lives in whichever country maybe they've come from. We understand there's lots of people from the UK who watch us. We've got Phil and Lesky in downtown Antwerp. They're watching us. And of course, we've got Dirk and Michael in Germany. They're watching us. And Miss Lupa, who's in the UK. Lubica is in the UK, but she's not originally from the UK. And we're looking forward to meeting you, Lubica, this year, because that's what you said. You said you're going to come out this year. How time goes, and it's absolutely incredible the way time goes. So we're going to go back down now the way we came, and to give you the bearing of exactly where we are, the coffee shop that you're going to stop to, Cafe Nero, is now on our right hand side. And now we're going to start the descent back through what is still technically the old town. We've got the Hellenic Bank now on our right hand side. You've got Marks and Spencer's coming up on our right hand side. So I think you understand, pretty much we are now retracing the steps that we did. So we're going back home down to the Paphos harbour and promenade area, the most highly searched place in the whole of Cyprus, up there with Ayia Napa, by the way. And if you're curious to know about Ayia Napa, well, we're going to go back there shortly. Obviously our plans have changed a little bit over the last couple of weeks, and the weather's changed and Ayia Napa's closed, and unfortunately the mishap that happened in our lives. And but don't worry, we're going to come back stronger, and we thank every single person for watching us, and we really, really do. We mean that from the bottom of our two hearts, and that is meant sincerely. So I'm going to let the camera now speak to you as we descend, and we're going to finish when we get down to the Paphos harbour. So I'll say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe. Please come back for a little bit more of my, what's the words today, shall we say, combined madness and insanity. We'll get back to normal when Marika gets back, obviously. And if you want to help the channel grow, take us to new heights, think about going through to our About page, where you can click the icon for Buy Me a Coffee and treat us to a coffee or two, and perhaps even one for yourself. Thanks for watching. Hope you're sitting on that pillow, Caroline. So, hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. I'd like your company, and I do thank everybody for joining me. I really, really do. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.